everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. If scoring comes in bunches in today's game, it's most likely coming through the air. Both teams...
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Now Wentz on third down. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now Wentz. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Hey. Let's go. 3-19.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. As they run the counter play. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
That one good for 15 and a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the cutback. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wentz now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination of whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw it. Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there? Almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were, but the defense has practiced these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boys, my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
So out come the Falcons now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wentz to throw on second down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wentz going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout. Here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Strong right. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Again, it's Wentz. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Wentz finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Holding offense.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to...
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone. And smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball. There you go.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. Stays on his feet. And some room to maneuver. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 40 yards on the ground.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Wentz now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second down now after the pass completion. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of... We're back now in KC. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And they'll go on the ground. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
All right, here we go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He won't go down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Wentz now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. Whoosh. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Green 39.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Wentz will try again on second down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not affording.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's a carry heading left. And nothing doing. He's out at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Watch number 86. Watch 86. Let's go. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Let's go. Be serious right here. You got to step it up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know.